love selfish people. I've been living so reckless, I know. Tell me, Lord, can you help me? I said,
hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. It's opening week in the NFL, and today we have two teams are more than ready to get the season underway. It's the Panthers going up against the 49ers. With that, let's call in our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis, with this opening week matchup.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Carolina Panthers. Welcome in, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and partner, training camp over, preseason over. It's time for week one.
And how much fun is that? No longer do we have to talk about who's going to make the team. The rosters are set. These guys now get to go out and play for real. No more of these preseason games. Now they're playing, and the records count.
First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
I think we saw some of the best qualities of Carlos Hyde on that run. Able to pick up something there, being physical running the football. But I think he's got really good vision and great feet. He's going to be the key to this offense really being revitalized.
They run again with Hyde on first. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Here's Hoyer. It's complete to Jeremy Curley. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
The general consensus that Brian Hoyer was acquired by San Francisco to be a one-year solution at quarterback. I know Brian, he looks at it as a long-term solution.
He wants to complete passes like that and say, I'm no stopgap. I'm here to... He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, 49ers. Tim Hightower, his first touchdown as a 49er. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
This is Jonathan Stewart, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 2nd down following the run. Here's Newton. They'll set up the screen for Stewart, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure they didn't give up much run after catch.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49ers heading out, and Charles, at the end of last year, we talked about their decline. They were 12-4 4 years ago, then 8-8, 5-11, and last season 2-14. Head coaches, 4 of them the last 4 years, but while it might not change overnight, you get the sense the tailspin may be over.
Agreed with you there, partner, because they changed administration as well, and they're going to respect the past. They want all these players coming in to know what the 49ers meant in previous years, but they want them to make their own future, and this is their opportunity now. How about them picking up Solomon Thomas in the draft, the defensive lineman out of Stanford? How about them getting Reuben Foster, the linebacker out of Alabama, trying to get stronger on defense? They'll run a brand new offensive scheme, and they will be a tougher team.
Now the ball comes loose. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
All right, here we go.
1st down, a run with Hyde. Takes this to the 45. Got a little space after that nice move. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go now. Green.
They'll go play action with Hyde. Now it's Hoyer. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. A good pickup there at 22.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 2nd quarter now. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. They've got a 2nd down at 5 here to start things out.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
And back to the ground. Hyde. Look at the spin. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to...
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Kyle Juszczyk taking it in. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Gold now out to kick it away. Here's Christian McCaffrey to return it. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Panthers offense taking the field, and it's a crew, Charles, that really took a big step backward last year because they were coming off their best season in franchise history in 2015. The Super Bowl appearance, 15 wins. I guess really 17 if you count the playoffs, but down to just 6 last year.
A big drop-off was on offense because in 2015, they drove the ball, And they rang the bell, meaning they got into the end zone. They scored 500 points in 2015. Big drop-off in 2016. Unsettled offensive line. Guys were hurt out wide. Couldn't keep everyone healthy. Quarterback didn't play to the same level. But guess what? They're changing that up, going from that boom-boom type of an offense to a little more flash and dash. Christian McCaffrey out of Stanford at running back. Curtis.
And now look at him go. Touchdown, Carolina. Tyreek Hill, 62 yards. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And let's look at Carlos Hyde now. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there. Charles Johnson's stock in trade is coming off the edge and getting to the quarterback. But he knows how to make some of those subtle moves inside to help in the run game, and he did it right there.
He's an athlete back in high school, played football, basketball, track, so he's a mobile guy.
Mobile guy, made a nice play against the run.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Hoyer going to hand it off to Hyde. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And a couple of big boys up front defensively, and in that 4-3, those D tackles so vital.
Extremely vital. I love how you describe that because if they control things up front, often it's over the guard. Sometimes they slide and make it over the center. It's really hard to get a play started then because a lot of teams want to start inside out running the football. But against a good 4-3, you may not find any space. And on that play, there was 0 space, no gain. Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds.
Here we go now.
Hoyer. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A reminder coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of our first half. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Carlos Hyde taking it in from 2 yards out. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And Charles, after an injury-plagued season a year ago, nice to see him get back into the end zone here in Week 1.
You know as well as I do, chomping at the bit. I mean, all off season, wanting to get back in form, get back on the field, show that production that he had previously, and getting into the end zone, that's a big statement for him.
It's got to be just like a breath of fresh air. Like, here we go, last year behind me, let's move forward.
Good point. Shed it and move on.
Reminder that later tonight we'll see the Giants and Cowboys battle in Dallas. Seems like they're always playing in Week 1. And then on Monday night, a doubleheader. Adrian Peterson, his first game with the Saints. He's already back in Minnesota to play the Vikings. And then a 10-20 start on the East Coast. It's the first game for the L.A. Chargers traveling to Denver.
A nice AFC West matchup.
Here's Newton. And caught left side, Olsen. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Now it's Newton. On the left side, this is Stills. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain. We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. 5. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown.
What we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. To return, Christian McCaffrey, the rookie. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
The shotgun snap for Newton. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Benjamin with it over the middle. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Third and long. It's Newton. He is going to find Hill here. Whoosh. Touchdown, Carolina. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer.
Terrific. Touchdown. I know we've got a game now.
Yeah, I think anytime you go to the second half down just 1 or 2 scores, you feel not where you want to be, but in a pretty good spot.
And I think for most teams, when they go into the half in this situation, it's not a lot of adjusting going on. It's much more, all right, guys, let's just play a little bit better than we did in the first half.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime here. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Kenny Stills, 73 yards. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now? Those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. Some room to work. High dancing past it. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice game there. 12 more yards there and another first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They come out here in the eye. This is Hightower. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
But, has that changed in a big way? The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, free safety was there, no gain.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but, boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
Green 39! Green 39!
Now Hoyer looking for a Garcon. He's got it. Touchdown 49ers. Pierre Garcon, a 5-yard touchdown. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Gold now out to kick it away. McCaffrey on the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Parker. They're a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense? The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get, because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Over the middle to Kittle, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. Pierre Garcon, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
On second down, Hyde. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
He'll look to throw. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Timmy Jernigan able to drop it for a loss of 12, and it'll be fourth down.
Look, Carolina had a number of issues last year, and that's why they slumped to 6-10 after a Super Bowl appearance. But pass rush wasn't a problem for them. They still got to the quarterback.
47 total sacks. That was just one behind Arizona, who led the league.
Yeah, I think the biggest issue for them, young corners that gave up a lot of big plays.
So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done. We've been together a little while now, partner. How often do we actually describe tight ends as nifty? Because that's what I think of when I see Greg Olsen on the field. His ability to run routes, create space and separation, and make those catches downfield.
Yeah, sure consistent. The numbers the last couple years almost identical, and both over 1,000-yard seasons. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the fourth and final quarter of play. Second down, 8. To the air again, Newton. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row.
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Rashard Robinson with a pick. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Here's Hyde as they begin on the ground. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Another tote for the afternoon workhorse. It's Hyde. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll lead here to a third down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll drop to throw. They're able to find Garcon. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pick up there at 20 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And in this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Here's Bradley Pinion now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
20.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He hits Stewart in the flat. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll make it a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. And Stills over the middle. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Newton throwing again. It's caught. Stills right side. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, Newton. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there, and that'll bring up second down.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams and the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
Now Newton. And he finds Stills, complete. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Newton to throw. Buying time to his left. He's going to let it fly. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Greg Olsen, 32 yards. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence that they hope to have a chance to win this game.
And that one is caught. So they convert here, and don't look now, but this one's back to a 1-score game. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky. There it worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
And the 49er hands team does its job. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Last year, the Niners were opening night winners. That was only one of 2 wins for them on the season. They've got a chance to win another opener here, though. They've got it 1st and 10. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. The Niners on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment defense.
So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
The Niners on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8.
Now let's go. Blue, line it. Let's go. Hey, baby. Get excited. Let's go.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. Elsewhere across the league, fourth quarter action in Los Angeles. And emerging victorious in that one, the Rams. Jared Goff, 3 touchdown passes to help lead the way. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, Week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited.
I come here today to talk about how I feel, and I feel like that we are treated differently than other people, and